Hey, let me ask you something. When did life get so scheduled? Seriously. Somewhere along the way, it feels like everything started needing time slots. Work gets a time slot, bills get a time slot, appointments get a time slot, families get squeezed into whatever's left. And then, if we're lucky, we get a little piece of time at the end of the day where we're too tired to actually enjoy it. Nobody really talks about that part. We talk about working hard. We talk about being responsible. We talk about paying the bills. And listen, those things matter. But at some point, you start asking yourself, is this really what I work so hard for? Because I don't think that most of us want some crazy over the top life. We're not asking for private jets and mansions. Most of us just want a little breathing room, a quiet morning without rushing, a dinner where we're actually present, a weekend that doesn't feel like a recovery period, a chance to take a trip without asking permission from a schedule that owns us. And that's what got me thinking differently. I didn't want to build something that gave me more work. I wanted something that gave me more options because there's a big difference. More work just fills the calendar. More options gives you your life back. And that's why I really like the idea of building an online business around a system, not chasing people, not cold calling everybody, not trying to become some tech wizard overnight, just learning a simple process, following the blueprint and doing focused work every single day. And that's what made sense to me because most of us in Gen X don't need another complicated thing. We need something practical, something we can fit into real life, something we can work on in a couple hours a day without turning the whole house upside down. And no, it's not magic. You still have to show up. You still have to learn. You still have to be consistent. But when the system is already built, you're not starting from scratch. And that matters because time is not something we get back. You can make more income. You can learn new skills. You can start over, but you can't go back and get the years that you gave away to being busy all the time. Okay. That's why I believe this matters. Not because everyone needs to quit their job tomorrow and not because everyone wants to be rich, but because people deserve options. They deserve to learn there may be another way to build something for themselves, a way that doesn't require being glued to a phone all day, a way that doesn't require chasing friends and family, a way that teaches real online business skills with a system, with training, automation, and support behind it. So maybe the question isn't, do I have time to start? Maybe the better question is, how much longer am I willing to let my time belong to everything else? Because that one hits a little different for you. And if you're feeling that too, maybe it's worth looking at. Click the link in my bio, take a look at the free 10K and 30-day blueprint, not because you need more pressure, okay? Because maybe it's time you had more options.